Hey everybody! Make sure to check out the disclaimer if you're interested in commissions, and also remember that those who supported me on Patreon got to see preview images, work in progress shots, and high resolution images of the completed figure. If you want to join them, the link is right in the description below. Alright, my friends, it is time to get to the second part of the commission for KalCryo. The guy I made Frost the Hedgehog for before. He wanted Rouge the Bat, because everybody wants Rouge the Bat. I came to a realization. I'm never going to be able to stop making Rouge figures. Like, a lot of Sonic toy collectors have the 3-inch Jazzwares line. I mean, it lasted a really long time, and it has the most characters, and even today, it's often regarded as the best Sonic toy line that there ever was. And they never made Rouge the Bat, and they want a Rouge the Bat to go with that collection, because she's a super popular character. But the current toy line, which is going to be made by Jakks Pacific, is going to be making figures that are in the 4-inch scale, while the Jazzwares line is in the 3-inch scale. That means even if Jakks Pacific were to make a Rouge figure, it wouldn't be in scale with the super popular Jazzwares line. So unless Jakks Pacific actually does make all the characters that Jazzwares did, then that means that people are still going to want a 3-inch Rouge to go with their larger Sonic collections. So yeah, this is just going to be the rest of my life. And you know what makes me say that? Because after I finish this one, 3 more people on my queue have already asked me for other Rouges. So within the next month or 2, there's going to be 3 more Rouges. And who knows, maybe some of the people after that will have Rouges too. There's just, everybody wants a Rouge. And this is just going to be what I'm doing now. Okay, so this Rouge figure would be made the traditional way, using a silver torso. Mostly silver's parts with, any random character's legs, because I've already used this figure's legs to make another character. I think of Princess Sally because of the boots. Although I do have the 3D printed parts, including the head, which was one of the last things I was able to print with my red filament, and the shoes, which are one of the first things I printed with my white filament. Isn't it funny how that works out? Okay, so, now, I just want to let everybody know not to despair. I do not need to use this recipe to make Rouge from now on. Nowadays, Mega Construx has many wonderful female buck characters which are the right size and proportion to be a female Sonic character. So, I can easily make a Rouge the Bat using many of the female Mega Blocks, like Attila, April O'Neil, that doctor from Halo, the one with the coat. Dr. Halsey, that one's actually might be the perfect one because it's the smoothest of them all. But I could work with any, as long as it's not like the really broad-shouldered ones, like the female Spartans. Those don't have a feminine enough buck to make Rouge. So yeah, it's like. It's kind of funny because that body type is perfect for a female Sonic character, but the male buck that Mega Construx uses actually doesn't work that well for most male Sonic characters, which means that if you want a female Sonic character made, you can actually kind of get a de facto discount because it's cheaper and easier to find a female Mega Bloks figure than it is to find a male Sonic figure, which that's kind of funny how that's worked out. And I'm talking about all this stuff because, come on guys, like, you see me do this a million times. Everybody knows the process of how Rouge is made, right? I mean, you attach the feet to the bottom of the legs, make sure that it's the same length as Silver's legs so they don't look too overly long proportionally. Make the little cuff things on the thighs and on the biceps. Hide hide the wrist cuffs on the hands, so it just looks like one long integrated sleeve. The torso, sand away a little bit at the waist so it looks more hourglass shaped, and then sculpt on the chest and the butt. The wings are made out of craft foam so that they don't snap off accidentally, and they look black, but I assure you they're actually painted a really deep purple. It actually looks really nice under natural light conditions. And the head, which is now 3D printed, is attached to the body. Oh, you know what? This is the one part where I can actually say that there's something unique about this. Okay, so here is the 3D printed Rouge head. You know, I use a little bit of sculpt to cover up any flaws and defects in the printing. Now, what I would do here is drill a hole into the head so that it could go onto the body, of course. But here's the thing. The type of plastic that the head is made out of is PLA. It's a very hard and brittle plastic, one that doesn't soften or bend in any way. So unlike the heads that come with Sonic figures, which you could heat up so that they soften enough so that they would stretch over the mushroom cap, such a thing wouldn't happen here. The hole you drill has to be as big as the widest point of the mushroom cap, but then it would be kind of loose and floppy on there. So what I do is I take a piece of craft foam that I take out with a hole puncher and I glue it onto the end of that mushroom cap. This adds a softer and more flexible bit onto the tip of the mushroom cap that you can stick into the wider hole that you drilled in the head, and it maintains friction and keeps the head on more stably. So that is how you put a PLA plastic type head onto a body that was not designed to have that type of plastic. So, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't use this for any of the other joints aside from the head because, well, you know, like, this is big and crude and only has to turn in one direction. But, you know, I just wanted to throw out that that's the secret that I use to make sure the heads aren't all floppy. It's also how I attach Rookie's head for SNT's, you know, Courtney's custom. And also it's how my Angel the Dog avatar head is held on, too. And there we go. That is the Rouge the Bat figure that I made for this month. And yeah, this is actually the first Rouge that I'm making now that commissions are reopened. And I'm gonna be making a whole bunch more. I'm gonna be making them quite soon, in fact. That's funny. I'm just gonna be the guy that makes Rouge. I am no longer Wake Angel 2001. I am Rouge Maker 2001. That is my fate. It is my curse.